All right. Hello, everyone. Good day, guys. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
You can hear you, sir.
All right. Great.
Yes, sir.
So it's exactly 00 minutes past 9 p.m. WAT, 8 p.m. GMT, and 3 p.m. Eastern. So we are going to start. I'm going to start recording this section. All right. So I'm going to start by introducing myself. My name is Emmanuel Oyinibutu. I'm the lead technical officer here at CapacityBay, and you guys can call me Admin Emmanuel. All right, so I'm a software engineer, a Splunk engineer, also a Linux system admin. So I'm here at your service, here to guide, help you all grow, and also, learn from the community. Okay, so with me, I have some of my my colleagues, faculties here at CapacityBay, and I'm just going to let some of them introduce themselves. But before I move on to them, I would like to introduce Mr. Obina Wachuku, the lead servant here at CapacityBay. Mr. Obi, are you here? Please quickly introduce yourself to us.
Hello, people. How's everybody?
Doing
Sir,
great.
fine,
Thank you,
sir. Good evening, sir.
All right. Are you guys ready for the revolution?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir. Welcome,
Good
sir.
evening. My name is Obina Wachuku. What we're trying to do is change our narrative, stop all the complaining. Government did this, government did not do that. We all have it in our hand. We have information technology to thank for that. We really don't have any excuse unless we don't want to show up early and follow through, and we don't want to collaborate. Those are the things that are standing between us and the promised land. Our own Canaan is in sight, but we have to take it up and we have to go run with it. I want to thank the staff, the faculty that are here. This is a volunteer army. We're not playing 1x bet here. You have to work hard for it. And we are very respectful. We do not tolerate abuse or insult of any kind, because we know where we're headed. We're trying to build something that is sustainable, something that survives us. And I'm really, really appreciative of those who have put this together, Emmanuel Amarachi and the team. It's an exciting time. And please, let me beg everybody now. I don't care which way you vote. Well, I would like you to vote the smart way, but please, I hope people have gotten their PVCs. And that is the most important thing to me right now. Thank you very much. And I'll be seeing you guys around.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for that one. So I'll move down to the faculties and the admins. So first here I have my honorable colleague, Admin Amarachi. So admin, please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're joining us from. Yeah, today I'm so excited. This is another journey we're about to start with all of you here, and it's going to be an exciting one. So yeah, my name is Amarachi, and I'm admin and also the lead educational officer here in CapacityBay. And I really welcome you all to this journey that we're about to embark. And I hope you all are as excited as I am to be here with us. So let me just keep it here for now till we are done with the introduction, then we'll come back to introducing CapacityBay and letting you all know what we stand for. So let me stop here for now. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here.
All right, thank you very much, Ma. I appreciate you. So I'll move down to the other faculties. Just quickly introduce yourself. Faculty Howard. Go ahead, sir.
Hello, people. My name is Faculty Howard. I'm a faculty here in CapacityBay. I was here like you guys, but my life changed. Not just changed, persistency. I followed through, I collaborate. So look at me today, a software developer, a data analyst. So I encourage you all to follow through. I know it's not easy, but try your best and all will be well. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Faculty Howard. Faculty Yusuf, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. I'm excited to be here. I welcome you all to CapacityBay, and it's a pleasure, and it's also interesting having you guys around. So CapacityBay is all about communication, collaboration, and then trying to be creative. So I'll crave your indulgence in this program that you put in your best. It's going to be sweet and it's going to be tough, but you just come, put in your best, and then just try to make friends with everybody. Try to show up to classes. Try to just sacrifice a lot for this, because a lot has been sacrificed for the progress and success of this program. So I just welcome you guys all to this journey. You're all welcome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Faculty Yusuf. Faculty Roland, go ahead.
Hello, everybody. I'm Faculty Roland, and it is a pleasure to have to speak to you guys, the new cohort that is joining us, and I'm very excited to have you guys join this great community, this great family, and of course I'm going to have words of encouragement for you guys. We understand that the situation of the country is tough, it's challenging, but I want each and every one of you to see this as a great privilege you've received, first of all, from God Almighty, to have that opportunity to participate and partake in something that, if you take serious, if you're committed to, if you're consistent in, will change your life. For most of us that have been here in this process, we have a lot of testimonies to give, and we pray that you also will also have these same testimonies to give. But of course, in life, nothing good comes easy. So we're going to be expecting that you are committed, that you are dedicated, that you, because it's going to require a lot of your time and effort, to make sure and ensure that you grow. And of course, we are ready and willing to support you and see that you make it to where you want to make it to. So for the purpose that you have joined this program, this community, it is my earnest wish and desire that each and every one of you that has joined will follow up through to the end and become software engineers and change your life around for the better. So once again, welcome to the community, and let's continue growing together. Thank you, everybody.
All right, thank you very much, Faculty Roland. Thank you. So I have Faculty Dominion.
Yeah, hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm Dominion, and I'm a faculty here in CapacityBay. And I just want to let you know that you are at the right place, okay? Okay, so this is one of the best journey you've started this year, and it's going to be a great one, though it's not gonna be easy though. But it's just going to take your consistency. I just want you to be consistent and punctual in all you do, and you're gonna try off. Thank you.
Right, thank you, Dominion. Faculty Odera.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to Capacity Bay. Most of my colleagues have said everything really that they're saying. Again, we encourage you to put in your very best. You have come here, and trust me, there is a lot to be gained. We understand that not everyone here might be tech savvy or have any IT skills at all. And we have a very thorough and broken down curriculum to accommodate all of that. So there's no need to be afraid or to be scared about your lack of IT skills. Everything will be accommodated. All we need from you is for you to show up, push through, follow through until the end. Collaborate. No one is an island. We are all open to discussions, suggestions, teaching from the faculties, from your colleagues. So this is, really a robust package. And once again, welcome.
Thank you. So we actually have all the brigade faculties, so many here, but I don't want us to, take much time having to everyone introduce themselves, but you get to know them. They're going to be teaching you guys, so you guys will be familiar with all the faculties and the brigade faculties here at CapacityBay, and of course the admins as well. So I'm going to move on to the next stage, and I'll have Admin Amarachi just tell us about CapacityBay, what you understand and what we're about. So just go ahead and do a little introduction to CapacityBay. Admin Amarachi, you here?
Yes, I'm here. Okay, once again, everybody, good evening. And I really welcome you all to this class today, to this wonderful community. And in a bit to reiterate and reintroduce myself, my name is Amarachi, and I'm an admin here in CapacityBay, and also the lead education officer. And also a software engineer. I'm also a system administrator, and also a Splunk admin. I've also done Python and a lot of Agile, actually, and a lot of other IT courses. Now, why did I have to start like that? So 3 years ago, I joined this wonderful community, and that has been my journey from then till now. I started off just like you all here now, started off with FullStack. From FullStack, I eventually entered into Python, entered into system admin, did Splunk. I know a lot of us might not be so familiar with Splunk. I did Splunk. Today, I'm a certified Splunk admin, also in the enterprise security. Now, this is actually what CapacityBay is all about. This is actually what we are building here. We are building a community that has that is building capacity in people. So we don't just like one of our faculties said, it doesn't matter how you come in or what you know, what you think you know. When I started off, I actually didn't do computer school. I started off as a novice also, just that I have the passion and I also have the dedication to commit to what we are doing here. So just a brief introduction to CapacityBay. CapacityBay started off in 2011. Yeah, so we've been here for a long time. And it started off, just like I said, we are building a community that will give people the platform to excel, to build themselves up. We know, just using Nigeria as an example here now, we have a lot of people in Nigeria that have the capacity to do things. They have capacity, we have the time to do things, but most of us don't have the platform, or most of us don't even know how to start. Some of us don't even know our ways around or what can we do. But this is actually one of the things CapacityBay is bringing out, bringing people in, building them, forming a community, a family that cares for one another. And in so doing, you see yourself shining and also excelling in your chosen field. So that's actually what CapacityBay is intending to do, or what we've been doing. So we're a capacity building organization, and our vision and part of our mission is to actually bring IT down to the grassroots, bring it down to the grassroots where everybody can actually access it. Most of you here didn't pay a dime to be in this class, and that is actually what we are trying to do, making IT so accessible that everybody can actually learn what they want to do. But the thing is, it requires your commitment. Just like Roland said, it's not going to be easy. It's something that we actually require your dedication to it, your commitment to it. In this place, we have our 3 keywords. If you're looking at our logos, you will see it there. We communicate. We believe in communication. And in communicating, we get to collaborate with one another, and then we create amazing things. I know my journey here since 2 years plus now have been excellent. I don't even know how to start saying it now. There might not even be enough time for me to start voicing them all out, but I am telling you, it has been a great journey. And I really welcome you all to this. And I am promising you it's not something you will regret, but it's something that you will actually have to work on. You have to put in the work to actually make sure that you achieve what you want to achieve. And once again, like I said earlier, this is a family, this is a community. We believe in caring. One of our keywords here is caring. And that is what we are welcome us all to do. We are here to collaborate with one another. Nobody is an island. We are here to learn and we are here to excel. So I'm just going to stop it here for now. But like I said, we're a capacity building organization, and we are here to give you the platform to excel in what you have to do, especially in the IT world. And like I said, I welcome you to this exciting journey. It's going to be a great one if you're willing to go on this with us. So thank you, everybody. And this is where I'm going to draw it for now. And as we continue on this journey, you are going to learn more about CapacityBay. Thank you so much, Admin Emmanuel. Let me draw the curtain here. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Thank you very much for that beautiful presentation. I'm just going to move down to what we have next. So in this program, specifically, there's a requirement. You're supposed to have a prerequisite, right? You're supposed to have good internet connection, because our classes are virtual. Yes, and we have our classes just like you're here on Zoom. We have our classes on Zoom, and we need you to have good internet connection so you're able to join the classes, and you must have a working computer. All right, so it might be a desktop computer, a laptop, but you have something you can practice and work with, because we believe practice does most of the work for you. Okay, keep practicing. Consistency does it all. So those are the requirements, and also you must be eager to learn, right? I don't want you coming here sitting and waiting to be spoon-fed. We don't spoon-feed you here, right? We give you resources. We put you to the right path, but we don't want you to stay and be waiting for someone to always push. Okay, so we are going to be guiding you down this path. And like Adina Marati says, it's a good path. It's a very, very smooth, and we have made it easy. We have brought this to the grassroots. So I'm going to do a little explanation of about the program you guys have just ventured into. I'm quite aware that some of you don't really know what you are about to venture into. Some people might have done research about this particular course, but I'm just going to do a little explanation of this course. So it's called the FullStack Web Development. And being the FullStack Web Development, there are several programming languages that you can use. So when I mean programming languages, having to write codes, right, set of instructions, different syntax, different languages. We have several of them for web development, okay? But here in CapacityBay, we are mainly focused, or in this program, we're focused with JavaScript as a programming language for the web. So be it that I just mentioned JavaScript, we are going to be working with two parts of this particular program. Like you hearing full stack. Full stack simply means it's the full package. But this particular program can be broken into two parts, right? Which is basically the front end and the back end. I'm going to do a little illustration of the front end, all right, and the back end. But before then, I want you guys to visualize what a website looks like. So a website is basically where you will go to access certain materials online. You go to a different URL and you get, information laid out on the screen. Just like you go to Google to search for things, you go to different websites for registration. Those are the kind of things you're going to be building at the end. But not just that, you're going to be building high quality, good user interface with modern technologies. So that's a good thing. Now, the front end basically is the visual part of it, what the user sees. For instance, you visit our website, CapacityBay.org, and you are seeing something. You're seeing our visions, our missions, about us. You see information about us, okay? So that is the front end, all right? And then what's the back end? The back end is basically the server, right? Basically where most of the queries are done, most of the logics are being kept. For instance, query the database. Don't quote me wrong. You guys are going to get, more details about this, during the course. I just want to do a little, brief of what you guys are venturing into. So we have the back end where we're querying the database, writing algorithms, logic to be able to solve a particular problem, because the main essence of you being a software engineer is because you want to solve problems, you want to build solutions. And we are going to guide you to that part in achieving this. So like that, we also have a database basically where you store data, user data, if data concerning certain information you want on a product or a website, so we are going to get in depth into that later on in this course. So I'm going to then move down to the time, right? This course, this program actually is 2 times a week. So we have Mondays, which is basically like today. We have Mondays and Thursdays. And we have this class for 2 hours each day, which is Mondays, 2 hours, and Thursdays, 2 hours. And the time, I'm quite aware that most of you here are not in Nigeria, some people are in US, Korea, Philippines, India, but you guys have to work with a standard time and go ahead and do your conversion. So we work with 9 p.m. West African time. For GMT, that's 8 p.m. for those in Ghana, those in the US using Eastern time. Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
hello.
Yeah, please. Okay. All right. So for those in the US, the Eastern time, you guys use the state time is 3 p.m. over there. All right. So let's work with that time, and it's 2 hours. So for those in Nigeria or using the West African time, it's 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. All right, 2 hours, Mondays and Thursdays. That's the time period for this class. All right, and for the duration, this class has a total duration of 9 months, and the 8 months for the program entirely. Then the 1 month is basically for interview preparation. We are going to guide you on how to prepare you for interviews. So when you go out there searching for jobs, you already know what to do, what to expect, and ace your interview and get or land yourself on a job, right? So we are going to have a program for 8 months, and then 1 month, the last month for the interview preparation. So I'm going to move down to the roadmap. What are we going to be covering in this particular course, right? We have, like I said, I mentioned the front end, I mentioned the back end, and like some of the faculties and admins have said, it's not easy part. I won't tell you it's an easy part, but you must be consistent. You must try to do it. We already laid it down to be easy, but it's easy for those that want it to be easy. For those that put in the work, those that really want to get this, who are consistent, who are participating, contributing, it's going to be easy. For those people who are not serious with this program, you can't do this, you're not open for this, you're not eager to learn, then this is not a platform for you, because you're going to drop by the roadside. I will assure you that. Okay. So now when it comes to full stack web development, like I said, you have two sectors, and inside the front end, we also have branches, we have breakdowns, things we are going to cover. And for this course, you guys are going to start with the basic fundamentals of the web. How does the web work? All right. Then you're going to scale up to, HTML, the hypertext markup language, trying to understand the structure of web pages. Then you're going to diverse into cascading style sheet, which is basically CSS as known. And of course, we are going to be having GitHub in our first phase, because most of your assignments are going to be turned in via GitHub. And basically, GitHub is like a version control system able to track your codes for different versions. So we're going to dive into Bootstrap. We're going to do a little Bootstrap, give you guys the fundamentals of how to use Bootstrap. And we're also going to work with jQuery. jQuery, that's for JavaScript. We are going to dive into vanilla JavaScript. So vanilla JavaScript, here comes the programming, here comes writing different logics, right? And then to get a better understanding of JavaScript, then you move or you scale into the next phase. So we are going to also be covering a front-end library called React. Oh, people are asking for that. So a quick moment. So we are going to be moving on into a front-end library called React. React.js is basically one of the most used front-end library for JavaScript. We're going to use that, and you guys are going to learn how to work with it. And then moving down to the back-end side of it, we are using Node, like I told you, is the main stack, right? Which basically MongoDB, Express, React, and Node. So we're going to work with Node.js for the server-side programming. We are going to use Express to create our servers. We're going to use a MongoDB database, and we're also going to talk about MySQL database, right? So we'll talk about NoSQL and SQL database. Also, we'll be working with some packages, some NPM packages. We're going to work with EJS. We're going to do create your own RESTful APIs. We are going to build projects. There's a lot of projects, and that's why I urge everyone to turn in assignment, to always be in class, because there's always something to keep you busy. So we are going to cover all that, and we have outstanding projects and things you're going to work with. And for the most part, I know some people are asking, oh, do I get certified? Yeah, we have stages for certification. So, and our certifications are always verifiable. They're verifiable online. So we issue certificates on different courses, on different part of the program. So when you're done with HTML comes with its own certification, CSS comes with its certification, GitHub, React.js, jQuery, Bootstrap, and so on. They all come with a certification, but they have a step-by-step process. So if you're not able to get the HTML certification, you don't move over to CSS. That means you're not getting CSS certification. All right. So at the end of the program, you get a certification called the FullStack Web Development Certification from CapacityBay, which is going to require you having all the other certifications. So without you having all the certifications, even if you're in the class, you are not getting the FullStack Web Development Certification from CapacityBay. And mind you, this is a certification of appreciation, given to you all, and you can put it on your LinkedIn, your resumes, something to present and show up for. Okay, so that's said and done. I would like to talk a little about some rules, because here in CapacityBay we have some certain rules. Mr. Obi has said one of them. We don't want no abuses, right? We respect you, we care for people, we also want that in return. And we require you to always show up to class. Participation, always show up to class. Very, very important. If you miss a class 2 times, you're being kicked out of the program. That's how serious we are. Like I said, we are very strict when it comes to this, because we want you to grow. We want everyone here to be good at what we do. We want to develop software engineers that we can refer to anywhere part of the world. Any part of the world we can actually send bring reference to, right? So we are very strict, and you must contribute. There must be contribution in the class. You must input things, ask questions, participate on. Should always do assignments and turn them in before the due time. So when you're being given an assignment, there's a certain period, a certain timeline given to you for that assignment, right? You need to turn in on or before that particular time, right? If you are 1 minute late, your assignment is not being graded. And you know what that means. Your mark or your percentage of getting to the next stage is slim. Okay, so that brings me to how to get certified after each course. So after each course, you're being given a project, all right, that requires you to get up to 75% grade pass mark. So if you get below 75% pass mark for your final project on any of the courses or any of the branches here, then you are not getting certified. So you have, or you need to meet that requirement of 75% pass mark and above to be certified. And it's very serious and implemented. So I've talked about the certifications and how we're going to proceed. We always provide recordings after each class. So you guys have to go over the recording, something you don't use that for reference. We're going to be giving you resources. And like I said in the beginning, we're not here to spoon feed you, right? We are here to teach you how to fish. We're not giving you the fish, right? So I want you guys to take this very serious. And we are going to be dividing this group. We have a large number of people. So we are dividing this into 5 groups, so which we are going to inform you, and you're going to be added to a different group based on the analysis from the faculties. You're going to move to a different group. You'll be in the general group and also be in the other group, right? So you have your own group where you have other faculties. We have brigade faculties going to be handling the section. So you guys will be in those groups, and also in this main group, the main group created CapacityBay FullStack web development group. So I think that's it from me. I want to take on a few questions before we call it a day. This is basically an introduction. And mind you, I want to point something out. I'm going to exempt you guys today, because I know some of you are new to using Zoom. Some of you don't know how to use your computers, which we understand. But whenever you join the class, you always rename yourself. Rename yourself to your full name, so your first name and your last name, because we take attendance, okay? So we're able to know who is logged on. If you're logged on with maybe I can see some people Technopova, can see TechnoSpark 5 Pro, I see some people without their names, some people Zoom user. No, we don't want that. Even you using your name, maybe just your first name is not appropriate, okay? I want you to use your full name so we actually know who you are, so we don't miss you for another person. Because if you're not in the attendance list, you're surely going to be kicked out. So please take precaution. I'm going to send some YouTube videos we have done on how to use Zoom, right? On how to use them professionally, how to download Zoom. But before we move on, I don't know if Admiral, you want to say something? I want to actually do a little installation now. I want to show you guys some applications we'll be needing, so you guys can go ahead and install it, right? So, okay, I'll just go ahead and start. I'm going to share my screen in a quick moment. I'm going to share my screen. So I want to walk you guys through how to install some of these applications on your computer. So when joining the next class, it's not going to be difficult for you, right? So please pay close attention. For those who are with their PC, who are with their computers right now, you can go ahead and try it out. All right. But if you're not on your PC right now, you're exempted for today. I will say that again. You're exempted for today because this is an introductory class and we're not just teaching, but I recommend, and I always say, always come to class with a book and a pen, right? You're done with primary school and secondary school doesn't mean that you don't hold a book and a pen. It's very, very important to always have, I do have my pen, I have my book right here, I write and jot things down. So please get the book for this particular course with your pen always in class, so you jot things down so you can read about it later on, for reference purpose. And so I'm just going to share my screen quickly. I'm going to share my screen to talk about. So let me know if you can see my screen. Admirashi, can anyone see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right. So quickly, I'm just going to do a little installation.
Yes, I can see your screen.
All right, thank you. So I'm going to visit a website called Ninite.com. So everyone, look at this URL. It's going to be provided in the group chat. So we have Ninite.com, and basically, what does Ninite do? Why is it so special? Why do we like using Ninite? So for beginners, Ninite is actually appropriate because it does most of the installations for you. Just pick your app and execute it. It downloads and install them for you, okay? So Ninite is really a good way to start. So when you scroll down, you're going to see some different applications here. You can see them in different categories. You can see the web browsers, you can see the messaging, media, run times. I'm just going to give you guys a pick of few you're going to be needing for this particular course. And I'm not going to select it. You need Chrome. Even if you have some of these things on your computer already, just go ahead and select it. It's going to update it for you, right? Even if you have the latest version, it's going to update it. So I'm going to select Chrome, Opera, meaning I'm going to select Edge browser, right? So very important for those who are new, who don't have Zoom on their computer. So this is for Zoom, right? Go ahead and select Zoom. All right, you can select Discord because we're going to be having a Discord community there. Select Skype, and for media, to play some of the recordings when you've downloaded them, you can use VLC. So moving down on the imaging section, we're not selecting anything right now. In subsequent time, if we need any other thing, the faculty, the brigade faculty will need you guys to get in that. So in documents, we're going to be selecting one reader, PDF reader. We're going to select Sumatra PDF reader. And for other, basically, we just get Evernote, just for now. And for compression, we recommend 7-zip. So we're going to be using 7-zip. I'm going to do a detailed, drop down of what you guys are going to be picking from here. All right, but just pay close attention. So moving down to file sharing, you're not taking anything from there. I believe most of you are using Windows operating system, so you have TeamViewer. So very important part of it is the developer tools. This is where I want you to pay close attention to, because we have some important applications you'll be needing over here. So I'm going to select Notepad++. All right, it's just a text editor with which is better than your regular Notepad. We're going to be using that, in subsequent times, and I'll give you a reason why we use that when we start the classes. So you're going to download PuTTY. PuTTY is basically, help us, install or connect to a different local machine or any machine in the cloud, right? We're able to, connect to that machine virtually on our computer. And we have Visual Studio Code, very important. You're going to be using most of this Visual Studio Code, right? Short form VS Code. So once you're done selecting what you need, right? Like we have selected most of the things we need, we come down to the stage 2, which is basically download and run. So we're going to be downloading it and running this particular application. So let's get our Ninite, because we already downloaded or selected them. So I'm going to click Get Ninite, and it's going to start my download right over here. And if you pay close attention, you can see open file. But if you're using Edge, for instance, I would recommend you open the file location, show in folder, so you actually see what you're executing. So this is the file here, and we're just going to go ahead and execute this. And I recommend you run this as administrator. So go ahead and right click and run this as administrator. It will ask you, do you want to give this permission? And of course, yes, you're the one executing it, so you actually want it to do most of the work for you. So I don't really need this window anymore. I can close it and preparing my setup. So it's going to prepare my setup, help me download most of the things. You can see downloading the Opera browser. And if I click on this button over here, which says show details, it shows me my status. It tells me Chrome is up to date, so it's not downloading it, right? Opera Mini, it's downloading Opera Mini, and these are waiting to download, right? And at the long run, once it's done downloading a particular application, you can see it installs it for you. So when I mean download and install, some people are like curious, what do you mean by download and install? So basically it downloads the application from the server where it's located down to your local computer, right? And it installs it right away. Initially, you are going to have to go to the website, download it, and use your hand to manually install it. But Ninite does that for you. Go download and install. It downloads it and installs it for you on your computer. So I'm not going to dwell at this, because basically, once it's done downloading, you can search for it. Let's say, for instance, Chrome Opera Mini is still in download. So let's go ahead and wait for that to download. All right. So, okay, I think my screen is not visual. How about now? All right, so this is it. Adnamarch, do you have any input? Because before I proceed to the next stage, do you have anything to add to this? Something you want to say? Go ahead.
This one, no. Based on this one, no.
Okay. All right. So guys, while we are at this, I also want to point something out. We already have a video on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, on how to install Zoom. I already went over that. Install Zoom, which I'm going to share the video, and how to use Zoom professionally, because I noticed some people here on the Zoom call are not able to connect to their audio, and which is a normal thing for beginners, people who doesn't know how to use Zoom. So you don't know how to connect your audio, so you won't be able to hear us from the Zoom, okay? So I'm going to drop that video. That video is going to explain all that for you. And of course, always drop comments if you have any questions on the video. And like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also follow us on all our social media platforms, to get more updates and trending talks on IT, okay? So I'm going to stop here and try to get people questions. Adamarachi, do you have any inputs before I go ahead and get some questions from people?
Okay. Basically, I would have. Okay. Okay, so this is what I wanted to talk about, not about the FullStack. I just wanted to inform us also. We, apart from the FullStack class, we also have a Python class, which is starting by Saturday. And we also have a kids class, Crash, where we teach kids programming from the ages of 5 to 14. So it's actually, we are cut across all ages. That's actually what I wanted to quickly add. So if you have people who are interested in Python and you have kids or sisters, siblings who you need or want them to join the programming class for kids, because basically what we are trying to do there is groom them and grow their passion in the IT world. So we start off with Scratch for them to help them with their logical reasoning and to think about how the computer thinks. So that's just what I wanted to add. So after the whole thing, we are going to be sending out the links to these classes, so you can as well share it out. And then by Saturday, actually, is going to kickstart both the Python and also the Scratch for the kids. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Ma. So we are going to take some questions. So if you have a question, do well to raise up your hand. So we have some reaction buttons here on Zoom. So we have you want to ask questions, just go ahead and use the button or drop that in the chat section. So it caught my attention. But I have someone who is raising up his hand, and I have Ola Lekan. Go ahead with your question. Ajaya. Are you there? Ola Lekan.
He said he's using Mac.
Okay.
Good evening. Yeah, that's my question. I'm using Marvel.
Okay. So we are going to have a separate section. We're going to have someone guide you on how to navigate around that, how to connect to Zoom, basically get all those applications installed on your MacBook, for further class sections. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I have another person. You can lower your hand. I have another person called Zoom user. This is the only time we're going to take that. Zoom user. Please, you're not asked to talk. Mute yourself. This is something we need to learn here, right? I don't want you unmuting yourself or leaving yourself on mute and talking and letting everyone hear what you're saying, okay? When you're working in the job, this thing can cost your job, right? Can lose your job because of this, all right? So please always use my courtesy. You don't actually need to unmute yourself. The space bar on your keyboard, you can just hold on to your space bar and you're able to talk freely. So please, guys, I'll drop that video so you can learn how to use Zoom professionally and so you don't mess up here in the class, all right? Because we're here to learn. We want you to grow because we breed growth and we care for people. All right, go ahead. I have TechnoSpark Go 2021. Please, your name, your full name, and your question. Okay, I think he can't hear me. So I have Akin. Akin, go ahead. Akim, are you there? Your hands are up. Okay. Adepoju.
Hello. Are you hearing me? Akim is speaking.
All right, Akim, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. My question is, when are we going to, when is our class starting and what is the duration?
I already covered that in the introduction. I already explained all that. It seems you came in late. So I'll just do a little.
Interrupted. Someone call him. So I'm unable to log in again.
Okay, a little iteration. The class is Mondays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. Nigerian time.
Monday and Thursday.
Yeah, 2 hours every section.
Monday and Thursday, 2 hours every session.
Yeah, 9 p.m. W8, which
9
is West
p.m.
African time. Yeah, to 11. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. My second one is about the Amarachi, about the kids one. Is it the elder people or the kids they are going to be taking?
Adinamarachi, I'll let you answer that.
Okay, so like I said earlier, sir, the class is for kids between 5 to 14. We
Okay,
just
5
do
to 14.
and Python, yes, that's what we do.
Okay, okay. Yeah. On Saturday, Abby?
Yes, Saturday. I will post the link. We'll post the link after the we'll post it in the group. So anybody that has their kids that they want to join, you can use that to register your kids.
Okay, and their time on Saturday.
I will share that later, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma.
All right, sir.
We appreciate.
All right. Thank you, thank you. So Adewale.
Yeah, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Go ahead. Yes.
Well, thank you very much. Please, are we going to have the opportunity of seeing that exercise you carried on the net? You know, I was following, though I was actually driving, so I couldn't really, I was just looking at what I was hearing you. You understand all the download and install that we did on the net. Are we going to be given the opportunity to see it again?
Yes, so what happens is, like I said, we provide the recording of every class, and you just go ahead and go over the recording, and you need to get that recording before it's taken down. Between 7 to 10 days, it will be taken down. So you need to get it and go over what was taught, maybe some places that you need more insight, and go ahead and watch the video. So the video recording for this particular section also will be provided, and it's also live on YouTube, so it's open there. You can also go and watch it.
Okay, thank you. My second question is that some of us are not IT survey oriented. Like me, I'm an accountant. You understand? And I don't want to show up by some of us will just be following, and you see us on start be dropping by along the way. Is there a way to carry everybody along so that you actually know how much more we're following this thing and know our level, so that if there is if some of us need help, what can be done? So that you just drop us anyhow like that.
Okay, so the essence of having a community, right, is to collaborate. Like I told you, you have people here in the building. There are people who are advanced, people who already know some of the basics, some of the fundamentals. You guys are just going to be linking up. You have a question, you have a challenge, you drop that in your chat, in the chat group, and then someone is always available to respond to you, to help you out, and we move on from there. So basically, it has to do with more work. You have to put in more work from your own part to be able to get to a stage, to be able to get this thing done. Okay, so it's you putting in work and practicing. Actually, one of the faculties here, when they came in, they didn't even know how to open up a computer, but they're here. All right, so it's just you, it's determination, and to work for this. Yeah, that's what I can say for that.
Thank you. I appreciate this.
All right. All right. So, Sugar William.
Hello. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening.
How you doing?
Yeah, doing great. How are you?
I'm okay. I really appreciate what you guys are doing. I'm really happy about this program. Okay, just a quick one. I have a question to ask. Although the last guy dropped the comment about it, just I needed a list. Maybe you can drop the list for me. The things you clicked or you selected during those 90 something.
Yes. I actually said I was going to provide that. I'll provide that on the WhatsApp group chat. I'll give you all the list of everything that I selected, so you can go ahead and download it. And just the video or me doing it here in the call is basically for you all to see how it's been done and how it's been executed. And you have the video for reference purpose to go by it and get the best out of it.
All right, no problem. Just give me a list of them. So maybe probably this night I can just maybe run through them and download them maybe tonight or tomorrow morning when I'm less busy. I can just do those things.
Sure. Sure, that works.
But I think I have like VS Code in my system, forms and rest of them. But I needed like more details, like things.
Yeah. So just go ahead and update them, even if they are in your system. All right. So if they are up to date, nice, we skip them. But if they are not, you just go ahead and update it.
Okay. Second question. Is it about, are you guys just focusing on the full stack, or maybe you're going to make references on some other things like CSS and?
Come again?
What I'm saying is, are you going to focus mainly on the full stack, like the front end and the back end? Are you going to make references on CSS and some other things?
Well, like what I said, when I mean front end comprises of so many things. Front end comprises of HTML, comprises of CSS, comprises of vanilla JavaScript, comprises of Bootstrap, jQuery, React. Those are front end, right? So we're going to cover all that.
All right. So like, what's the duration? How many months?
Yeah. So the course is a total of 9 months. 8 months for the program and 1 month for interview preparation to help you, prepare for interviews concerning this job.
All right, that's nice. Then the last question. I hope I'm not bombarding you with questions.
I need to move on to the other ones. I don't want us to stay here for long. So I think I quickly ask that so I can move on. All right.
Just a quick one. Are you going to be sharing the screen like you did today, like when you're going to be running all those programs like the CSS, HTML, and rest of them?
That's the essence, all right? That's why we are using a platform like Zoom. If you're not going to be sharing the screen, we can use maybe Telegram or use WhatsApp call. Yeah. So
because right now I'm using my phone to.
Yeah, you are going to be sharing your screen also. So everyone has to come in with their computers because the faculty can just call you up, share your screen, let me see what you have done or what you're able to do. Do this coding challenge or try to do this, try to solve this, and then you're able to share your screen and do just that. Okay. So I want you all to, like I said, it's a requirement, always come to class with your laptop or computers.
I don't know, because I was even thinking about maybe I can use my phone for the Zoom and maybe probably be using my laptop.
No, join Zoom with your laptop, okay? Because we want to pass through the stress of having you asking you share your screen and then you're not able to share your screen because of your phone, and that's challenging. So please always join your laptop. So I move to the next person. Felix.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
It's Felix Nino, not just Felix.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
All right, so my question is this, like for us in Europe, the timing with where I am now and Nigeria is the same thing. But in some cases where maybe my job requires me to be at work by this time, I hope there will be cases like that the faculty can handle. Then secondly, I just only VS Code, but me, I have Sublime already.
Okay, you have Sublime, but there's a certain, we have some certain procedures. We want to work in accordance. We want to be in uniform motion, right? So you have to also install Visual Studio Code because the faculties and everyone will be using Visual Studio Code and using Sublime. So when we install some kind of extensions and Sublime doesn't have those extensions, you're not following the class. So you have to follow the instructions to get Visual Studio Code installed on your computer.
Okay. So my first question.
Yeah, for your first question, we basically, like I said, in the initial process, we do not tolerate absence from class, submitting assignments late, or not even submitting assignment. We also very much encourage participation. So in that situation, where you're not able to join the call, it's going to be a difficult one, because if you miss classes 2 times at the stretch, right, you're being kicked out of the program. So that's what I can say for now. Or you can send me a message later. Let's communicate and see how your work, if there's anything we can do for you. If not, then I don't think the program is for you.
All right. Thank you.
All right. I have Eddie there. You can quickly please ask your questions.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
First of all, I really appreciate this program, and it's for helping us. Some of us, we have been eager to learn this thing for a while, but because of the cost, we are unable to get it. And I really do appreciate this opportunity you have given us. And hi to everyone. My question here is that I've heard everything, and besides, I've been trying to record manually, and they say the host has mute it, and also the host has disabled my video. Is that okay? Is that normal?
Yeah, why that happened, I think one of the faculties disabled that because of the bandwidth. We when using your video and all that, it requires a lot of bandwidth from you. All right. So in most cases, if you don't have a good internet connection, it interrupts you. And always mute yourself. Like I said, always mute yourself only when you're asked to. So we actually know where this noise or things are coming from. Everyone is focused on the faculty, on the instructor, and not on the background noise of maybe your background. You don't know you're muted or unmuted, and then people are talking in the background, and it's disrupts the class. So we don't encourage that. Always mute yourself and unmute yourself only when necessary, only when you're called for, and always use the reaction button to raise up your hands whenever you need any attention.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, I mean, we have some questions on the chat.
All right, go ahead.
Some of them. So yeah, the one here says, "Will there be a privilege of second attempt to pass a project if the first attempt is not up to 75%?"
Yes. So we are going to give you a second attempt, but I won't really want you to get the second attempt, because that's going to be very, very brutal. Because why I say that is, when you miss or you don't pass the first trial, then the second trial, you have to do that project live. And when I mean live, the faculty will have to be in a Zoom call with you, and you go over that same project. You will explain what you're doing, writing the code there, why the faculty looks at you, to be sure that you're actually getting this, to be sure that no one is helping you do this. You explain every bit of your code. So that's the second trial. And if you fail, the second trial, then that's it for you. You're going to be dropped out of the program.
Okay, thank you. We have another one also saying, "Can one join 2 programs?"
All right, can one join 2 programs? Well, I would say yes, and I would also say no. Why? Because it depends on you. Can you code? The 2 programs you're about to join, they have different classes and different assignments, not connected to this particular program. So if you know you can code, right, you can be here and here, you can do both the assignments, then you can do that. I myself, at some point, I was even in 3 programs, so you can do it, right? But it's have to be you. You have to be determined to do it. Hope that answers the question.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I think that is it. Most of the questions. Okay, this one just said, "How much does the main stack cost?" I don't know if you want to add something to that.
Can he rephrase the question? Is it asking if they're going to be paying for the main stack or what?
Yes.
Okay, so the main stack is not, it's just like I would say, is a stack, right, of different aspects of JavaScript. which basically starts with the MongoDB. The M signifies MongoDB, right? So that's MongoDB database. And the E signifies Express.js, which is like one of the libraries of JavaScript used to build servers on Node.js. So that brings me to the R. R is React.js for front end. Node and Express is used for back end, and the N signifies Node. So Node and Express is used for back end, while React for front end, and MongoDB for database. So that's what I mean by the main stack. And you don't pay for the main stack, right? It's something you learn to use to interact with, the structure of how everything is being organized. That answers your question.
Thank you. I think that's it for the questions. So let's continue with the people.
All right. Quickly, please ask your questions. If I've answered your questions, please do well to drop your hand so I know. I think I've answered your questions. Lower your hand. I've just done that. Bassy Victor, please go ahead. Quickly ask your questions. We are already behind time.
Okay. Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah. Good evening.
Okay. My question exactly is on the course. Are we going to be learning data analysis too?
No.
Data science.
No, for this particular course, it's basically we are based on the web development for the full stack web development. So we have a different course for that, data science.
Okay.
Using Python, yeah.
Okay, so I heard when you were like there are several branches or something like that in this course. I really don't understand. Can you put me through that again, please?
Okay, when I mean there are several things to cover, it's just like you're going to school to study computer science, or maybe you're to study computer science. There are different things you need to learn, in order to be called a computer scientist. You have to basically learn mathematics, learn some of the different languages, learn how to create algorithms. There are different courses. So each semester you do different courses, and then in the next semester they change the course, give you another course, right? So that's similar to what we are doing here, because when it comes to front end, like I said, there are different things you need to learn, and you need to understand this one to be able to get this one, because they all work together. They all work together. So we have the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right? And React for front end. So you need to understand the basics of it. You need to understand these things. You need to understand HTML before you move to CSS, because CSS is basically going to be styling HTML. JavaScript is going to be adding functionality to HTML, modifying CSS, okay? So all these things are having different sectors in them, broken down. And, when you're done with this particular one, you move to the next stage. And each one has its own certification, like I said. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Okay, yeah, I think that's all.
Okay.
And how many programs do you have, please, apart from this?
All right, I think Namash listed that. We'll be sending the ones now. We have the Python starting up by next week. Registration is about to end. We also have the kids class, basically for the younger ones, from the age of, I think, 5 to 13, if I'm correct, Ma. And we also have the Platinum class, which is basically for aged people. We believe that everyone can make it in the IT industry. So we have our adult class where we have the mamas and the papas in that class. And also we have cybersecurity class. We have our ethical hacking class starting up, and like I said, the Python is on the way. So that's basically all we can give you for now. Most of the programs are not up. They are closed, and we are about to start a new one, but we have not fixed the dates for those other programs. So that's it.
Okay, thank you. Please update us on when it begins, please.
Yeah, we always update in our community. So always follow us on our social media platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube channels, but we drop most of the updates over there and on our WhatsApp community.
Thank you very much.
All right, so I'll move to the next person quickly. Okonkwo Anthony. All right, not there. Annie Abel.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Oh, good evening. So, all right, let's go with Anthony.
Okay.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Please quickly ask your questions.
My question is about that Notepad++ at VS Code. Are they used for the same purpose?
Yes. So, like I said, we give you easy ways, to getting things done, right? But we also want you to know how to do it manually. So Visual Studio Code basically used to write, programs, but you don't have any guide. You don't have any suggestions. You have to write all the code from your head. Meanwhile, using Visual Studio Code, you have some extensions that will help you, get shortcuts of code, help you complete your code, maybe the closing tag and some other things. So, but basically text editors used to write code.
Okay, so both of them are used to write code.
Yes, yes.
But they don't have the same, this thing.
Same what?
Advantage, the same advantage.
Okay, one is manual, one you can be automated. So they basically do the same thing. But we're going to dive into that in the class to see the difference and why you need to use, know how to use just a text editor like Notepad++, and also why how easy it is to use your Visual Studio Code.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, Abel.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, mine is just like a suggestion, because I believe that most of us that will be joining this program, some of us got some ideas somewhere, and I want to lead with the facilitators of each of the program that they should try not to go with the flow of how some people react when questions are being asked or the rest. You should just ignore them. Then if they feel that they know these things, it should be showed on the projects or the assignment that will be given. They shouldn't go by the way someone answers question or someone reacts to this and assume that the rest of the people should know it. So that's just my own suggestion.
Okay, yeah, that's quite correct. So here in the class, right, we believe everyone knows nothing, right? Everyone doesn't know. That's just how we take it, okay? Everyone is coming up, we're bringing everyone up to speed. So even if you know it, you have questions, you ask your questions, okay? The faculties, will be there to answer, but do not interrupt the class, and you have to follow the flow. Also, do not insult the faculties. Always obey whatever the faculty has instructed. Very, very important. Thank you very much for that one, Abel. All right. So read what? Okay. I'm moving on to the next person. God's power.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, my question is based on the experience I had while trying to join the group. I was in the group, but then I was kicked out because of when I tried to join again, I was unable to join because I was told that the group is on this maximum 100. So how do we combat that? Knowing that
Thank you very much for that. So if you listen closely, we are not in the call. I mentioned that we're going to be splitting the class into 5 groups. And basically we pay for Zoom licenses that we have about 5 groups that we're going to split the entire house into different groups. So we have a limit of 100 participants per section or per Zoom. So that's why we have the YouTube live. So if you are kicked out and someone takes over your seat, then you can as well just watch us on YouTube. Now, at the long run, when we split this class, you won't be having 100 people completing the section. So that will be easier for you to join. You won't have to pass through the stress of having the message or getting the maximum limit on the Zoom call. Answers your question.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you. Techno Spark Go 2021. Please, guys, next time, remember to rename yourself to your full name. Thank you. I don't know who that is, but you're raising up your hand. Do you have any questions? I'm going to move on to the next person. All right,
Good evening.
moving on. Okay, go ahead.
My name is Boma Balafoma. I want to ask you, we're talking about the certifications at each level, HTML and the rest. I want to ask, these certifications, are they paid? Like, do you have to pay for them? Even like now, if we've gotten that 75%, so we're able to beat the rates, the expectations, are we still going to pay to access it, or it's free?
No. So the certifications, you qualify for the certifications. You're not paying for the certification. We issue the certification based on your qualification. If you earn it, right? So you're not basically paying for the certifications. Thank you. I have Ebube, Maximilian.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Hello, guys. Did you want me to talk?
No.
Good evening, sir.
Just
Sorry.
enjoy the show, sir.
Please, what course are we having on this program?
Yeah, so I actually explained that we're having a full stack web development program. You have to go ahead and watch the recording. I had to explain all that. I don't want to iterate that because we're already behind schedule. So you're basically learning how to build full stack web applications. Basically with the front end and the back end. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Before you continue, Emmanuel, so we have a question from YouTube. Somebody is saying, please, in the case where one misses a class due to due to personal reason, is there a way one can reward the whole? So now this is, I think, Emmanuel mentioned this earlier on. We don't participation in this program is actually is something very key to us. It shows your commitment actually. So, but we are going to say there's going to be a slight room for exception, and that is you speaking or communicating your reason to your faculty. Like Admin Manuel said, if you miss a class like 2 times, then you'll be kicked out from the program. So for you to avoid that happening, you have to at least let your faculty know beforehand that you might not be able to meet up for a class. And it has to be a cogent reason before it's approved. And for the part of rewatching the whole year, we always record our classes. So even in the 5 groups that you will be, each of them will be recorded and the recordings will be shared in your group. So you have the opportunity to go back and rewatch every class, both the ones you were in or the ones you missed, maybe because of a cogent reason. So I wanted to quickly point out that before we continue.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Thank you. It must be a valid reason, like she said. Very, very important. So I think someone has a question. So please, can the time be reduced to all right, can the time be reduced to 1 hour, 30 minutes because some will be tired? Actually, if you are really invested in this, you would have to go with the time because we have a lot of things to cover and then we are just having the classes 2 times a week. All right, so we're not having the classes every day. So if not, we would have done lesser time. But 2 hours is okay, to grab something that you will be able to study before the next class. Very, very important. Okay, so Usman, go ahead with your question.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Please, I want you to share more light on
I don't know, I can barely hear you. Is it my network or what?
Yeah, I think it's
and
all right,
please,
please.
Can I enroll okay?
Hi,
please send your message.
Yeah, send in your message, please.
Yeah, send your message in the chat. All right, I'm moving to the next person. I have Sadiq. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Please, how much does the program cost, or is it free?
Okay.
Okay.
That's one.
Yeah, go ahead.
And secondly, you talked about the Zoom limit. That's 100 people. So in the faculties, are we going to be assigned to different should I say facilitator for different classes?
Okay. All right. So I'll answer the first question. Where you located, Mr. Sadiq?
I'm in Lagos.
Okay. So the program is free for Africans. Okay. So those in Africa is free. All right. The rest we're going to communicate to you guys. This is a scholarship for Africa as well, as we are trying to reach out to the entire people in the world. But we are working with this. And for the second question, you said that what's the question again?
Okay, somebody asked regarding the should I say limit that the Zoom, many of us will not be able to attend.
Okay. So now you're having different faculties in your group, but you're not going to be assigned to one faculty each, right? We don't have that number of people to assign. We don't have that number of people, so we are not doing that. We're having faculties, assist each other in teaching you guys. They're going to be interchanging their, the schedule. When this one is supposed to teach. Once this person is not available, someone is able to fit in for him. So we just have them on that particular scale. We're not having to assign anybody, any faculty directly.
And I think his question is if there's a limit to Zoom, how are you going to?
No, was that a question?
No.
Okay.
I got financial. Thank you.
All right. So I have Ishak.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
My question is like the assignment, how many days the duration that someone needs to submit from the time it was given?
Okay, so the due time will be posted on the Google Classroom, because we use Google Classroom to track assignments, the submission and everything. We are going to use Google Classroom, and it's going to be indicated when the assignment is due. It varies, right, depending on type of assignment given to you. But they will be seen the due time, to submit every assignment.
Okay, and also you say you are going to share us, you are going to split us in different. Are you going to also add us in those different groups on WhatsApp or?
No. So we have the general group, which is the group you guys are currently in now. That's the general group. Every other group will be split to only those assigned to that group. All right. So you'll be assigned to your own group, and you won't be in the other groups. You just be in the general group and in your own assigned group, which is you're going to be in that group before the next class on Thursday.
Okay. Our next class now is starting from practical.
Yes, starting from the faculty, teaching you guys what web development is about and how to do the web. Yeah. All right. Tunde, go ahead.
I want to say thank you so much for this opportunity. My question is, I would like to know I'm sorry I may draw you back because I'm sorry I came in late, but I would like to know the duration of the training. How long is it going to last? That's my number one. And number two question, I want to ask if will there be an opportunity for maybe a selected you who comes out this program? That's number two. Number three question is, would we have access to the scheme, more like the content learning in this program? And number four, what is the timing of classes? I remember you said something like twice a week. Would it be morning to evening or morning to afternoon? That's what.
All right, so I'm going to start by answering some of them once I can remember. So our curriculum will be provided for you guys to go ahead to look at it. And I actually mentioned to you guys that the classes right, will be assigned to different groups. So I want you to make this easy. I want to go ahead and answer the question one at a time, right? For the long run, just go ahead and ask the first question. Please mute yourself if you're not asked to talk. Ask the first question so I can answer that, and let's move to the next stage. Because most of these questions, I already answered them, and I would recommend if you go back to watch the video, because we're having most of the classes. Like I said, the class is Monday and Thursday at 9 p.m. WAT, which is Nigerian time, and it's 2 hours every night. Okay, for those for Mondays and Thursdays. So that answers your question. Mr. Tunde.
Oh, yes, it does. 9 p.m. So Mondays and Thursdays.
Yeah, yes, exactly. All right, so please take a track of how many people are raising their hands at Amarachi. So I don't want to take any new questions, so we can be able to end the call. So I'm done with Mr. Jones. Go ahead and ask your questions before we proceed.
All right, thank you. Thanks for this opportunity to partake. I just have 2 questions. The first one is, are assignments given in groups or individually? Do you work in groups in terms of assignments? And secondly, also, what happens if someone maybe gets below the 75 score in back end after he has already succeeded in front end? What happens then? Thank you.
So to answer the first question, you guys are going to be given an assignment individually, but at some stage you'll be given projects to collaborate and build a particular project, to collaborate and get something done, right? So we can ask you guys to collaborate with your GitHub and build a particular website given to you, so that mode we're going to be collaborating to do that, because remember, we always collaborate for communication, collaboration, and building solutions. So the second question, if you feel like I said initially, it's step by step, right? And for you to get to the back end, you should have your certification lined up. If you miss any certification, then you are not moving to the next stage. Okay, so if you've gotten front end and then you fail in back end, then it's fine, you're moving ahead with the front end certification. Okay, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Did that answer the question? For the last question, for last person I have here, a query. Go ahead and ask your questions. Your hands are up.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, thank you very much for the breakdown and for elaborating everything to us. Much appreciated. Okay, my question is, are there room for specialization in any of the software packages, maybe mobile development, front end or back end? Is there room for specialization? And if there is, how long will the program last? Thank you very much.
Okay, so our roadmap has to, there's a way the roadmap is being structured, and this is basically a web program, FullStack web development program. So we are not dealing with mobile applications. We have a different program for that. Now, our curriculum is structured in a way that this is FullStack. We're not just giving you front end, we're giving you the entire stack. And there are some stages you have to complete, some things you have to complete at the back end to make it easier for you to dive into React. So we our curriculum is structured in that manner. But if you get the certifications up to a certain standard and you're not able to complete, or you decide that you don't want to move on, you want to stick to front end, and that's fine. You can as well drop off the program. Okay, does that answer your question?
Yeah, so when you say drop off the program, I don't get that part.
I'm just saying, for those, I know some people are having that question of how, if I get your question correct, if you want to focus on front end and not back end, or want to do back end, you can actually do front end and don't proceed to the end of the program. don't know if I get your question.
Okay, I get what you're saying. But if you focus on any of those specializations, would you be certified in them?
Yes. So, like I said, but we have a process, right? We have a process in place, and you have to start from the basics, fundamentals. We're going to take you to different stages, and while we move into different stages, we certify you for every stage you get. All right, down to the back end. So we're starting from the front end and moving to the back end. We're not doing back end separately and the front end. They all like it's full stack, so they are all working together, right? So take it from the front end down to the back end. So I recommend that everyone completes the program.
Okay, perfect. Thanks very much.
All right. Okay. So Namachi, any questions from the chat section? Any questions from the YouTube?
The last question here is basically what you just answered now, which is are we going to be taught the back end and the front end? Can we choose among it? So I believe that's just what you answered. So I think
you have to work with both of them. Okay. So now I saw a question about Visual Studio Code. Yes, Visual Studio Code is in Ninite, so you can just go ahead and get it there. Watch the video. And guys, I really appreciate you, and I want to give you some word of encouragement. It's gonna get tough at some point, but it's just like a moving train, and you stop to buy something, right? The train doesn't wait for you. The train keeps moving. And then you have to struggle to catch up with the train. And there comes the challenge. So very important, do not miss a class. Always make sure you're up to date. That will help you ease your learning process down to this place, okay? So that will ease your learning process down to the stage. So please, guys, do you have any questions at the marathon? Okay, so someone asked a question. Pardon me, please. I just want to know, is after the whole training, are we going to get a job? So after the training, you're going to get a job, but you have to find the job. All right. We are going to, like I said, we have the interview preparation, and we're going to push you out. We're going to be throwing resources at you, for you to apply on different jobs. We are not giving you a job. We want you to get a job. We want, imagine having so many people get a job. It's a huge plus for us. Okay, so we are going to help you, guide you, and prepare you for the interviews. But we are not assuring you a job, that we're going to give you a job. We are here. If you're within our system, you're part of our system, we can give you references, we can refer you if needed, and you can collaborate with us in working on our in-house projects on a voluntary basis. Okay, so I believe that answers the question. So if there are no other questions, I would like to appreciate you guys for being here, and I would like to welcome you all on board. Always be on the train and don't stop to buy something. I know you get hungry at times, but always be at the train. The train is moving and the train waits for no one. So thank you all, and I'll see you guys in the group chat, and we'll communicate further on our WhatsApp platform. Use that platform as a medium to communicate with your colleagues. Always build relationships. We are all about relationships. Build relationship, get to know people. Most of the people I work with right now, I haven't seen them, all right? But we work together. Here in CapacityBay, we're one family, and that's something we want you all to have, to care for people. Very, very important. Okay, so someone has raised their hands. Please drop that question in the chat section. That's in the WhatsApp group chat. We're already behind time. We need to be time alert. I would like us to work with our time basis. So thank you guys. Thank you all. And I'll leave Mr. Obi Nawachuku, the lead servant, to give us a closing remark before we call it a day. Thank you, sir. Mr. Obi, are you there? All right. So in the absence of his attention here, we are going to call it a day. I appreciate all the faculties and all the brigade faculties and students who are here. Thank you all, and I'll see you guys later on. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.